Hi, this is Kashminisa Bhagewani. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to talk about Amazon S3 inventory. In this video, I am going to cover the below points like introduction, inventory configuration, what's included in an inventory list, inventory manifest, and we will have hands-on demo. So let's start with the introduction part. Inventory is one of the tools from Amazon S3 which provides to help you to manage your storage. You can create inventory configurations on a bucket to generate a flat file list of your objects and metadata. So what is inventory? So it is nothing but a flat list of all your files, of your all the objects and its metadata. So suppose if in your bucket you are having so many large amount of data, so many objects, so many files. So you want to get a flat list of all your files and about its metadata. So you can configure inventory and you will get one flat list of all your objects and its metadata. You can use it to audit and report on the replication and encryption status of your object for business, compliance, and regulatory needs. So what is the purpose of this flat file list? You can use for the compliance and audit purpose. You can use any your big data purpose. You want to list out all of your object and you want to do some processing on it. So it will be useful in that case. Amazon S3 inventory provides CSV, ORC, Parquet output files that list your objects and their corresponding metadata on a daily or a weekly basis on an S3 bucket or on a shared prefix. So you will get the formats. You can select format from the CSV, ORC or Parquet. So you will get your output file list in this particular selected format. You can query Amazon S3 inventory using standard SQL by using Amazon Athena, Amazon Redshift Spectrum, and other tools such as Presto, Apache Hive, and Apache Spark. So, as I say, you can use this flat file list in your big data purpose. So, you can even query on that. So, you can use Amazon Athena and Redshift Spectrum, and you can use Presto, Apache Hive, and Apache Spark on that. So you can use this in your big data stuff and your analytics purpose. So now moving in the next part, inventory configuration. So what you can configure in this inventory. So you can configure multiple inventory lists for a bucket. For a single bucket, you can configure multiple inventory lists. So for different purpose, like you for different prefix, suppose. So for different prefix, you want to create a different inventory list. So you can have multiple inventory lists for a single bucket. You can configure what object metadata to include in the inventory. So it is up to you what metadata you want to include. So you can set in while the configuration, you can set that metadata. Where to list all object versions or only current versions. So if you want to include all object version or current version, so you can select option among this. Where to store the inventory file list output. So it is nothing but the destination bucket. So where you want to store this inventory file list. So you can select the destination bucket where you want to store this list. And whether to generate the inventory on a daily or a weekly basis. So you can select that schedule. So on which schedule you want to get your inventory file list. So it may be daily or a weekly basis. You can also specify what inventory list file be encrypted if you want to encrypt it with like SSE server-side encryption with the server-side KMS encryption. You can set encryption and even you can select the format also, like in previous slide we see CSV, ORC and Parquet format. So whatever the configuration you want, so you can set and you will get accordingly your file list. So what's included in an inventory file list? Okay, you configure inventory list. So what it will be included, what you will get in that list. An inventory list file contains a list of the objects in the source bucket and metadata for each object. The inventory lists are stored in destination bucket as a CSV file compressed with zip, ORC file compressed with zlib, or an Parquet file compressed with Snappy. So it contains nothing but the list of your objects and its metadata, whatever you configured at the configuration time. And this format, if you select the CSV format, you will get the compressed format in gzip. If you select ORC, you will get compressed format in zlib, and for Apache Parquet, you will get Snappy. So the inventory list contains a list of objects in an S3 bucket and the following metadata. So what are the metadata available? So from which metadata you can select? So it is the long list you can see here. It is like bucket name, key name, version ID, is latest. It is latest is true or false, size of that particular object or file, class modified, date, e-tag, storage class, intelligent tiering access tier, multipart upload flag, delete marker, replication status, encryption status, S3 object lock retain until date, S3 object lock mode, S3 object lock legal hold set. So many metadata options are available. You can select whatever you require and you will get those metadata in your inventory file list. So what is inventory manifest? So here in last slide we said you will get inventory file list with manifest file. So what is the manifest file? So while you when inventory file is generated among with the you can get inventory file list along with the manifest.json file. So what is the manifest JSON file? It is an up-to-date list of all the inventory lists at the destination location. So it is it is one more up-to-date list of inventory lists at your destination location. Each manifest contained in a manifest JSON file provides metadata and other basic information about an inventory. So what is this manifest file contains? It provides the metadata and other information like source bucket. So this is the example of manifest.json file. So it gets generated while generating the inventory file. So you can see here it is the source bucket, destination bucket, version number, creation timestamp, file format. Suppose this is the CSV format. So and what are the file schema, bucket, key, version ID? All these are nothing but the metadata which we selected. And files, in files array you can see key, and it is nothing but the location. So where is the inventory file located? This is the location of the inventory file, and you can find your inventory file from here, and you can see the size of that inventory file and the checksum number. So this manifest file you will get along with your inventory file list. You can set up an Amazon S3 event notification to receive notice when the manifest checksum file is created, which indicates that an inventory list has been added to the destination bucket. So if you want to get notified when your inventory file list is ready, so suppose you schedule some daily or weekly, so you want to get notified, so you can set S3 event notification. So whenever your inventory file list is ready and this manifest checksum file is created, after that event notification will get triggered and you will get notified. So now we will have hands-on demo for this inventory. So now I'm going to switch to Amazon S3 console. So this is my S3 console, and I'm going to click on my one of the bucket, and I'm going here in management tab. So in management tab, this is the inventory configuration part. So here by clicking on this create inventory bucket, button, we can configure our inventory. So here inventory configuration name, so we can provide any meaningful name to our inventory. And suppose prefix, suppose in my S3 bucket I'm having so many data, but I want to get inventory list for any particular prefix, so I can provide here the prefix, but it is optional. If I not provide any prefix, it will include all the objects from my bucket. So for now I am not giving any prefix here. Object version, so current version only or include all version. If your bucket having versioning enabled and you want to include all the versions, you can select this, or if you want to only include current versions, you can select it. Then next is report details. So it is nothing but the destination bucket setting. So you can select destination bucket. If you want this bucket, if your bucket is from this same account or a different account. If it is this account, you can directly give here the name of your bucket, or it may be same bucket as well, as the source and destination bucket can be same, but it should be in the same region. It may be from different account also. So if your destination bucket you want to keep in another account, so you can provide here account ID and you can give it here your bucket name. So for currently I am going to keep this default this account, and here we can browse. So suppose I am going to select same bucket. Okay, I can select same bucket, and here the bucket permission. So for the write operation we want to provide some permission, so we can set the bucket permission here on the destination bucket. So we can copy here and we can now in my case my source and bucket are the same, so I no need to require this permission now. So frequencies, here next is frequency. You can choose the daily or weekly. So you want to generate the inventory list on daily basis, so it will be delivered within 48 hours, and for weekly you will get delivered on Sundays if you select weekly. So this you can select as per your requirement. The first report will be delivered within 48 hours and subsequent reports will be delivered on Sundays. You can select the file format. So as I already mentioned before, we having the options like CSV, Apache ORC and Apache Parquet. So we can select any of this format as per our requirement. And status, choose whether the configuration will be enabled to publish inventory reports if you want to currently enable, or if you want to after some time you want to enable. Currently you can keep it disabled. Okay, you can keep it disabled for now also. And you can configure some encryption. So if you want to provide some server side encryption, if you want to enable or disable. If I enable, then we are having two options here for SSE S3 and SSE KMS. So for now I am going to keep SSE S3, and now here is the additional field. Here you can select the metadata which you want to include in our list. So here are the so many, all the options are available, like size, last modified, storage class, e-tag. All these options we already saw in our presentation. So as per your requirement, you can select the metadata whatever you want to include, suppose. So like and you can click on this create button. So your then inventory configuration is ready, and within 48 hours it will get created, and whatever you set your destination bucket, you will get your inventory file list, and you will get a manifest.json file as well. So you will get a flat list of all your files and its metadata in your destination bucket. So this is nothing but the inventory. I hope you like this lecture. If you have any query, you can ask me in the comment part. See you next time. Keep learning. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.